Hello world! Welcome to another edition of the Fly Talk TV podcast. It's your boy Rick Love, and tonight we back with another one. Yay, yay, yay. How y'all feeling out there, man? Feeling good this evening, man. It's been a little minute since I've been on here, man, but I feel good to be back in the presence of my peoples, man. I hope all has been well. I've been on my thing, just trying to hold it down and make it happen. You feel me? A lot of moving parts as usual. Ain't nothing changed, man. Nothing's changed. Yeah, I mean, I am in a transition point though, you know. Things is really about to change, but it's all for the better, you know. Yeah, man, just cooling. Feeling good. Feeling marvelous, man. Feeling real like excited to be back on my podcast, yo. Yeah. Before I even get started with my message, man, shout out A to Tate, man. What we got, man? This is my birthday gift, man. What we got? Mahogany teak wood intense. Woo-wee. Let's wrap that thing out the plastic. He said, "Rip me out the plastic, I be at the brand new." Ain't that what ain't that what she said? I don't know, man. We gonna see what this thing hitting for, though. I've been anxious to see, too. Oh, yeah, speaking of A to Tape, man, yeah, Thesis next week, man. Enzion Theater, Thursday, 2:30. Be there, be square. Yay. Let's see what this thing hitting for, man. Mahogany teak wood intense. Yay. When you got good friends, man, people do good things for you, man. They believe in you. They see where you trying to go with it, man. I'm gonna see how this thing hit. I'm going to let that resonate. Feel the ambiance, you feel me? But yeah, outside of that, man, you know, just been putting it all together, man. Trying to make this thing happen. So my message tonight is entitled Pivot. So when I use the word pivot before, like outside of my message, when I heard pivot, it just made me think of when I used to play basketball. Like when you plant your foot down, you can pivot directions. You can either go left, right, you know what I'm saying? You can go at an angle, but you cannot move that one foot. Whatever foot you pivot with, that's the foot you stand on. You can't move that unless the ball hit the ground. Then you can start moving. So I say that to say, you know, you may have a direction in life where you feel like you may be trying to go, and you can be doing everything. You feel like you're walking in your purpose. You're doing everything to get to that next level and pushing. And who's to say, like, things may not work out like that, you know? Like, you may have some setbacks in the midst of trying to push towards it. Even still, you can't let that derail you. That's life. Life is gonna be lifing. That's just how that works. So every now and then you have to pivot and get back on track. So that's what my message is tonight. I can only speak from my experiences, so I know I'm human just like everybody else. I go through things just like everybody else. So somebody out there gonna relate, and it's gonna impact them to understand why I'm saying what I'm saying. But yeah, man, you have to pivot when in times of turmoil, in times of questioning yourself. Sometimes you may question yourself, like, yo, is what I'm doing, is it really gonna work? Like, yo, like, I'm in the media industry. That's like, okay. Sometimes in that industry, you gotta write your own ticket. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You gotta get out here, make the connects and all like that. It ain't like I'm a executive at Amazon where I'm showing up every day and I know what my job is. No, being in the media industry, it's so many different aspects to it where you have to buckle down and make it happen. You know, you gotta make those connections. You gotta get out here and network. You gotta get out here and do the work. So that ain't easy, man. Some people may make it look easy, you know, or if you go by numbers, you see some people numbers and it just looks amazing. Like, damn, they got it all together. But you don't know what them people got to go through to get them numbers, man. I guarantee you they working hard and they consistently working. They like always pushing because that's what it take. But even in the midst of that, you know, they still human. People still human. They're gonna get calls about real life issues, real life situations that's happening, that's affecting them, where they may have to pivot and put their direction towards that, you know? So, like, as far as me, you know, I believe in like good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I got the good angel here and I got the bad demon here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like anytime I'm pushing to do good, which is damn near all the time, that demon here don't like that. The whole is like good versus evil. So I get distracted. It be things that come my way where it's like, hey, boom, let's put this there. Let's see how he gonna react. And then let's say I do choose to indulge in something that's not pushing towards where I'm trying to go. I have to pivot. I have to catch myself and pivot. It's one thing to be doing something and you are blindly not even knowing, yo, you on the wrong path, like you going the wrong way. Like, it's one thing to do that, but once you realize, like, oh, hold on, I don't even feel right. You wake up don't even feeling right. You know what I'm saying? You go throughout your day and you like, no, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. That is the point where you need to pivot. You know? It ain't even gotta be, it can get deeper than that, where it's outside of you. It could be the people you're hanging around. You know they mean you no good. You know, like, your interactions is not pushing towards where you're trying to go. You're not walking in your purpose. So these people, what are they benefiting from? Like, and I don't mean use people to try to get ahead. I'm not talking that. I'm talking like-minded individuals. Simple, you know? It's like, if they're not on that same type of time, then what we doing? You have to pivot from that and shift, you know what I'm saying? Like, because to get where you're trying to go and be successful, it's going to require a certain amount of focus. That's just point blank, period. It's going to require a certain amount of determination. You're going to have willpower. You're going to have to tell your homeboys, nah, I can't slide tonight. You're going to have to tell your homegirls, nah, I can't pull up tonight. And it ain't because you don't rock with them, but you on a mission. That's pivoting from partying lifestyle to, nah, I'm trying to get to where I'm going. And everybody ain't gonna see your vision. In order to get to it, you have to put the work in. So sometimes in life you have to pivot from things. But as far as me, I'm talking about, in my world, is where it's like, you work so hard to try to like escape all the bad flaws that you feel like. Like, I feel like everybody wake up, you don't want to be the same person you was the day before. You try to better yourself. As you should be trying to better yourself. You ain't trying to level off out here. So if you deal with things, I know in my world, I be dealing with issues, you know, and I'm human. I'm not perfect. I'm not a robot. I'm not going to just, hey, program me to be this way. It don't work like that. So every day is a struggle. Every day is a battle. And you know, I have to pivot. No, like, there's no other way to put it. I have to pivot to get myself back on track. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me, like, I'm very, very hard on myself. I feel like I know, what's the dude name? His name, what? AJ Reactions? Like he do these little skits on Instagram or whatever, and it's like every time he laugh at something he shouldn't laugh at, Jesus be like right over above him, and he just be like tripping out, like trying to fix his face. I feel like that about my life. Like every time I know I'm doing something foolish or something that's not pushing towards where I'm trying to go, I feel like God is watching me because he know I ain't supposed to be doing this. So I be a little extra hard on myself, but you know, I gotta work on that. That's something I'm working on. But I do recognize, I need to pivot. I need to switch this. And it don't even have to be goal oriented. It don't have to necessarily be I'm falling off of what I'm trying to achieve in career. It could just be something simple. Like I could be overeating. I could be not getting the proper sleep. I could be just staying up all night scrolling. I could be on this phone just scrolling, and knowing damn well I need to be getting some rest. I ain't getting younger, I'm getting older. Like rest is important for me. It is necessary. It is vital for me to get the proper rest so I can be productive the next day. So things like that, man. It's like indulging in conversations that's not leading nowhere, or dealing with people that you know that ain't gonna mean you no good. Like, what are we doing? It's like, no, you have to pivot from all of that. But initially, it all starts in the mind. Before the body can do anything, the mind has to be trained. The mind is telling your body what to do and how to move and everything. You have to get your mind right. You have to make it up in your mind that, hey, all right, yeah, I messed up today, but tomorrow I know I got to get on my grind. And that boils down to, how bad do you really want what it is you're trying to achieve? It could be something wide range. It could be the very smallest thing. Like, that's to each his own on that, you know what I mean? But I know for me, I say it and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not trying to be mediocre out here, man. Trying to be something when they speak at my funeral, they gonna be able to say something. They gonna speak highly of me, man. Like legit, because I'm pushing for that. To me, that's walking in my purpose. I want to be able to leave generational wealth behind me. I want to be able to, for the now, be able to take care of all of my loved ones now. The only way that's gonna happen is if I stay focused and keep on pushing. You know what I mean? Like, I understand nobody's perfect. So whenever you do fall off the wagon, hey, pivot. Get the rock, pivot. You feel me? You gotta shift it. Because it's all here. It's all in the mind. That's where it starts. Once you conquer that, man, everything else falls in place. It falls in place. And it's not an easy thing to conquer, because like I said, man, I'm still going through it. I still go through my day-to-day stuff, man. You know what I mean? Yo, like, if I'm keeping it all the way 100, man, I was so happy when I was able to put the bottle down and not have to even think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to say, I couldn't even explain the feeling of being sober and happy. I said it felt better than being drunk. It felt better than that. So as of late, I don't know what's been going on, man. Like, I don't know if it's my personal life outside of my career or whatever the case may be, but your boy dipped back into the bottle. Yeah, man. And I was hard on myself about it. Very, very hard on myself about it. I ain't get to the point where I was in denial. I just knew I had to pivot. I caught myself and I had to pivot from that. Because I saw, like, in the moment of indulging, it's like, yo, I'm lit. I would notice how it would affect me the day after. And I'm like, but I could recognize it. Like, Before trying to live righteous and try to achieve goals and all of that, I was a drink connoisseur. I know what it all tastes like. You give me some Pinot Grigio, I know exactly what that is. You give me that red wine, I know exactly what that is. You give me some Bel Air Rosé, I know what that is. It's a drink connoisseur. Like, that's what I do. Like, but catching myself knowing like, hey, I know how this affect me. I done been through things in my life behind that threw me all the way off track. And it showed me how the people that was in my life at the time, how they just vanish. They just vanish. Like the smoke from that vape. They're here and it's gone. And don't hold it against them either, man. It's life, man. Like, I understand how things work. When you popping, everybody want to be around you. When you ain't got nothing to offer, they gone. Like, I get it. Like, shouts out to everybody who dipped. But nah, man, back to what I'm saying, man. It's like, catching myself is almost like, it's like, yo, all right, you slip. What you gonna do? You gotta pivot. You have to pivot. Shift it from this way to that way and get right back on track and keep on pushing. And this for anybody out there who's on the fence, struggling with whatever it may be. You may have a old ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, and it's like, you know, they ain't no good for you, but if they text you out the blue or they call you out the blue, then you back in the mix with them and you know they ain't no good for you. Hey man, you gonna be led by your feelings, or you gonna pivot and understand, separate what you feel from what is real? Like, as you already know, you've been down that road, you know how that road ends, and you traveling back down there. No, you have to pivot from that. Anything like old friends that don't, you know, they don't care, but they just there for the moment. When they know you accessible, they know that they can get with you and be beneficial because you're doing better than them. You know, like, you have to recognize all that stuff and pivot from it, man. Like, you gotta love people from a distance sometime, man. But yeah, it's all possible. Don't beat yourself up. That's another thing. Let's touch on that. Don't beat yourself up, man. You only human, man. You're one person, yo. If everybody was perfect, it would be no point of being like existing out here. It would be no point of it. So don't beat yourself up, man. Just pick yourself up and understand, like, I gotta do better. You know what I mean? And that's what I've been on, man. You know, fell off the wagon with the drinking thing, you know what I'm saying? And I noticed just from that one aspect how that trickled down to other aspects in my life. Like, I'd be less motivated, I'd be less driven to do other things. I don't really, I'd be in denial with other people. You know, some people can kind of tell, but they don't want to put it out there. It's like, they can tell something up with me, and it's like, I'm in denial. I'm like, I'm fronting pretty much. I'm fronting like I'm still on this straight and narrow path, man. No, you gotta be real with yourself, man. You gotta look in that mirror and be like, oh man, all right, yeah, I feel it's all good, man, but not that day. Not that day, damn, no. Yeah, man, we gotta pivot out here, man. Even in your career, you feel like you're doing something, and especially if you're just doing it behind money, it's really not bringing you joy to be doing it, or you doing it because you like the people you're surrounded by, whatever the case may be. Nah, man, you gotta pivot from that. You gotta find your call and your purpose and walk in it. Start to walk in it. Because doing stuff behind money, that don't equal success, man. Rest in peace, Robin Williams, man. This dude was a hell of an actor, but guess what he did? You saw what he did, you know what I'm saying? He was rich, he was wealthy. That ain't mean nothing if you gonna do what you did, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't about the money, so we all need it. We all need money to provide, and to enjoy a certain type of lifestyle, and being on that, for me, it's like I'd rather pivot to get towards that. I would look at money in that aspect. All right, I know I gotta work. I know I need money. So why don't I just pivot towards the things that I like to do that can generate money, i.e. this podcast? You know what I'm saying? Forever love yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Forever love yourself. Like, I done all these things, man, not for the sake of money, because I enjoy doing them. Whether I'm boom mic operating, whether I'm sound mixing, whether I'm doing some graphic designs for an album cover, whether I'm doing something whether I'm designing graphics for my clothing brand, whether I'm mixing, whether I'm producing beats. I acquire all those skill sets because I love to do these type of things. I ain't do none of that just solely thinking about money. Me following my passion and putting it in the universe, the money is gonna come. The right opportunities are gonna come. But the minute I make a decision to go off of that path, even if it's for celebratory reasons, I gotta understand what come with that. You're setting yourself back. That's the reality of it. You know what I mean? So just know you only pushing yourself further away. You got some making up work. You got some makeup work to do. So if you're comfortable with that, to each his own. But for me, it's like, nah, I work too hard to be hustling backwards. You know what I mean? While I was getting turned, not even for a celebratory reason, I could have been pushing. I could have been producing something. I could have been creating something that's going to push my brand further. So you got to pivot. You feel me? And don't think that you're the only person going through something. Don't think that, man. Like 9 times out of 10, whatever you're going through, somebody out there can relate to it. Hence why I'm doing this podcast. I don't do this podcast so people can look at me and I just think I'm this cool motherfucker. No, man. I do this because I want to push and motivate people to show them that, look, once you get it here and lock that in, the world is your playground. You got a higher conscience you believe in, that's involved too, because it's not just me. I don't wake up on my own, but that's my own belief, man. To each his own, how you feel about that. But mentally, I got the free will to make decisions and think how I want to think. So once I lock that in, I'm only going to think good thoughts. I'm only going to try to put out good energy. I'm only going to push forward for the right things. And I move on that. I don't second guess it. I don't go back and forth with myself. No, that's what it's going to be. Because I see the benefits of it. I ain't doing it for the benefits of it. I just see the benefits of it. People, you brighten people's day. You know what I mean? Like, people enjoy your company. They like being around you. But you got to make sure you got the right people around you. Got the wrong people around you, they may take advantage. But once you really pivoting and walking in your purpose, you can recognize that a mile away. You can see them coming. You feel me? Hey. Man, I was doing this podcast late tonight, man. I had to wait on them SD cards to transfer the data, man. And it was like, I was supposed to have been up here, I was supposed to have been on here about 2 hours ago, man. But nonetheless, I got it done. And it feels good because it's been a minute, man. I can't even remember my last episode, man. I think probably with Caesar Belafonte, man. Shouts out Caesar Belafonte, man. I see you doing big things out there. You out there where the stars is at, man. You walking with the stars and all that, man. That's dope. Yeah, man. I just felt like I had to get back on my purpose, man. I had to pivot. I was in I ain't gonna say dark place, but I know I was battling with some things. I was battling with a few issues, and I ain't come this far to just dwindle back into that. But I also understand my life is transitioning right now. I'm about to go from doing one thing to something totally different that I'm not used to. Like, so, little anxiety, you know what I'm saying? A little worry here and there, but I know the Most High got me. I know the universe got me. I know my ancestors got me. And whoever support me, they got me too. You know I got y'all. Damn right. Yeah. But going forward, I can't promise perfect. That's just unrealistic. But I can promise that content on the way. that drip trail on the way. Everything I'm doing, I'm pushing. It's on the way. You're gonna see more and more and more of my brand, because that's me walking in that purpose. Not here to level off. I'm not even here to brag. I don't want nobody to make it seem like I'm trying to just be all high and mighty. It's not that. No, I'm trying to push the people. But I know what I want to contribute to the culture, and that's me being productive. This podcast, me pushing this music with my Fly ANT members. Shouts out to my fly guys, man. Forever love yourself. Where the weed at? If you know, you know. Oh man, yeah. Everything I'm doing, man, it has a meaning behind it. It's just not, I'm not just blindly doing things at this point. No, it has a meaning behind it. Oh, what's been going on though, man? Yeah, I done some audio work about a week ago. Probably about a week and a half ago, man. Shouts out to Adam Blair, man. What is it? Myself and I, the film. Yeah, man, I did the sound for that, man. Not the whole, not every day. I don't want to make it seem like that, but I did work on this film for one day, and I did BTS behind it, man. Came out really good too, man. I like doing BTS footage, man. Y'all need somebody to do your BTS footage? Holla at your boy. Nice on the camera, man. I make your movie behind the scenes footage look really good. But yeah, what else we got going on? How could I forget? Graduation this Friday coming up, man. October the 27th, man. Full sale. I'll be receiving, what the professor say? No, I have earned my MFA in film production, man. You don't want to know what MFA is, the Masters of Fine Art. I'm an artist, man. I just gotta accept that. I'm an artist. I create things. That's what I do. In this particular facet is film production. So I ain't receiving it. I ain't getting it. I earned it. I dedicated my time. I dedicated my mind and pushed to earn it. I say that to say whatever it is in life you trying to do, you can earn it too. If you're at the shipyard and you want to be a merchant seaman, you can earn that. You can do that if that's what you want to do. If you're at the shipyard and you want to move up, you can earn it. You may have to pivot. You may have to cut out some bad habits. You may have to cut off some people, but you can do it. You working in a warehouse and you just tired of throwing them boxes. You just tired of it. Like, man, this can't be life. This just can't be the end all. You can surpass that. And there's nothing wrong with anything I'm saying about any of those professions if you love to do it. If you love to do it, then hey, to each his own. You should make them pay you more just because you love to do it. I ain't trying to move up and do something else. I like doing this, so pay me more to do it if that's what you love to do. But I know for me, that's more like a workout. And the only positive way to look at that, even if it's a workout, I'm getting paid to get the workout. But no. Working too hard to be physically demanding. I did all that in the Army, man. All my physical days of busting my ass, I'm trying to put that behind me. Like, I'm trying to use this to make this. But don't get it twisted. I get my hands dirty now. I ain't no damn, not no just bougie type. No, let's not get that misconstrued. I just know, I understand, like, we can make things happen with our mind now. That's a powerful thing. And start reading some more, man. Reading is fundamental. You're gonna learn a whole lot more by reading things, man. Like this light right here. I got this light. I'm trying to figure out, is this light just is it a warm light or is it a cold light? Is it multi options? I had to read the manual to figure out what's going on with this light, because I feel like they ain't gonna just sell me no warm light. It has to have a multi-function where I can make it cold. And that's, if you don't know what warm and cold is, it's yellow, white, pretty much. Like hospitals, cold. That's a white light when you walk in them hospitals. I don't know, a library or something like that, or office, not even an office, but like a living room. It may have warm light in there, man. Like the kitchen light, that might be a warm light. It's two different types of light. So I had to read the manual to understand how this light works. And you know what I found out? It's a flashlight. It's like a light for photography. You can connect it via Bluetooth to, once you snap the picture, the light will go off on it. It's not just like a prop light like this light I'm looking at right here. It's not that type of light. This light is a whole different purpose. I ain't know that when I bought it. I just felt like I know I needed a light at the time, so I bought it. And then when I sit down, I had to read. My whole point is, sometimes you gotta read things. You know, they hide stuff in there because they feel like we're not gonna read it. Read. It'll benefit you. Trust me on that. I feel good, man. First time back on my podcast in a little minute. And we about to get it rolling. You already know. You know, and keep this thing rolling. I ain't even talked to her yet, but I'm going to manifest this right now. Shouts out to Beth at Studio Lot. I will have an interview with her coming up soon, where I'll be in her facility and she'll break down how she got where she got and how she's giving back to the community, because I felt that real inspiring when I visited her sound stage, like her studio space. It was inspiring. So I'll be reaching out to her ASAP and setting it up. So, because I want y'all to know, man, this thing's out here in Orlando that's popping, man. If you're on the creative side where you can make things happen, man. Like this lady, studio spaces laid out in there, man. I was highly impressed. And she's a Full Sail alumni, so that just go hand in hand. And she got the cheapest rates out here in Orlando. So I want her to tell you that, not just me. So what else? Like I said, I got Thesis coming up this Thursday, man, at the Enzion Theater, 2:30. Be there, be square. Ada Fight, Beautiful Struggle. Shouts out Ada Tate. What else, man? Graduation the day after. I'm gonna put a link up there too, man, for the live stream for anybody who can't make it and wish to see it. I have a link up there where people can view it. Plus, you know, I be posting left and right, so it's gonna be posted. You're gonna see it one way or another. Not on no bragging stuff either. To motivate and inspire. Always remember that. But I had to pivot to get there because I almost fell in a dark space and I had to get myself out of it. You feel me? Shouts out my sister too, man. She sent me when I talked to her, man, she gave me some really good words of encouragement, like to get me back on track, so to speak. I appreciate you for that. You feel me? But yeah, I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. I just had to come through, tap in one time for the one time, and just know we rocking and rolling now. Once I start this thing up, we ain't stopping, man. And everything here is gonna be vital. It's gonna be impactful. It's gonna be informative. Plus, you're gonna enjoy it. But until the next time, I will catch you on the flip side. This is your boy Rick Love, and this has been another edition of the Fly Talk TV podcast. Yay, 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 yay.